How many things do you have 48 of? Maybe 48 Switch games, maybe a 48 foods in your pantry, maybe 48 friends. We're here to give you the 48th comment force. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switch Force. Gabe is here. Thank you, as always, for your comments, your questions, your concerns, your cute little stories, and your sad, sad tales. We've got some of all of that in this week's big show. Welcome to a new era of Nintendo Switch where a bunch of great games have came out. It's been a really fun time lately with Celeste and Disc Jam and Crypt of the Necrodancer and Dragon Quest Builders. Gabe's favorite Millie is out. So it's a glorious time to be a Switch guy or girl, and we are just proud to bathe in the glory that Nintendo has slobbered all over our faces.
What do you smell like after you bathe in the glory of Nintendo?
After you bathe in the glory of Nintendo slobber, I feel like you smell, well, you either smell like Reggie's cologne. I'm sure he wears cologne. Like, he has to.
Sure.
There's no way that dude goes to work with as much swagger as he has and doesn't wear cologne. So you either smell like that, or you probably smell like cardboard, right? Like, you know, a lot of their games have nostalgia, and there's a lot of like boxes, and now with Labo, I mean, if for nothing else, they've been working on Labo so hardcore lately. It's probably just like that cardboard musk is probably all over their faces.
Okay. Other than that, though, a little weird way to start here, but how's your week been, Zach? Tell me.
Ooh. My week can be summarized by that popular gif of Donald Trump's hair flopping all over. Everything outside of video games has been a mess, but video games have been very good, and so that's why I'm glad we're here to do this show, the 48th version of it. But I have to bring us back to earth for the first comment.
I like how you don't even ask how my week's been. It's okay. My week doesn't matter.
Oh.
No. All right, let's go.
How was your week?
No, it was irrelevant.
Dude, no, actually, my week was sweet. I got my order I found someone that lives in New York, and they went to the Nintendo World Store and hooked it up with an ARMS hoodie and a Splatoon sweatshirt.
I don't know why you didn't unbox those, or,
Boom.
Show them.
I'm going to do a fashion show.
Yeah, dude, like, fashion show at lunch.
Look, I'll use my driveway as a
runway.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna get the whole neighborhood and like all the kids come watch.
Also, do some
like cheers?
Tell me how much you love that I managed to sneak in an Office reference every single comment for us.
I'm very proud of you, Gabe. My jaw just cracked. Can we get an Office reference for that?
No, but I did the fashion show at lunch. You remember that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I also want to take you to Cafe Disco if you'll give me your phone number, but we'll talk about that off air. First, Trent Welch says, but what if you don't have friends? How do you enjoy games like Disc Jam or Astro Bear's Party? This made me very sad. 117 people agreed.
Make new friends. 117 people click this, so comment, leave each other's like Discord names or something, add each other on there, and play games together, man. You'll be all right. Go out, make friends.
Friends, birds of a feather stick together. Friends with Switch tether, never weather.
Okay. Hi, Trent, by the way. Trent is one of our favorite commenters because he or she, it's a he, leaves a comment on every single video. We appreciate you. Brickman says, if Nintendo wants to sell multiple Switch per household, when will they start selling the Switch without the dock? Easy way to lower the price and sell more, although maybe including the dock is how they make profit. I don't think the dock has too much to do with the profit.
I don't think the dock has too much to do with it either, but I wanted to just like posit if we think Nintendo ever does do a dockless Switch.
It kind of goes against their, hey, this is a home console mentality, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that point, it's only a portable. But, like Brickman says here, sorry, I hit my mic, it could be really good for multiple Switch households where, you know, you have a brother and a sister and you aren't good at sharing. First of all, learn how to share. Second of all, you know, if you're lucky enough to be able to have a couple of Switch, then yeah, it is a good way. You knock it down to $250, or I mean, maybe even a little bit less, just because the dock costs what? How much does the dock cost now?
What is it? $80?
Yeah,
$90,
something like that. I think it was 80. So yeah, it's a good idea. I feel like it would be nice if they did it, but probably not anytime soon.
I don't see it ever happening. I think it's a smart play if you want to sell more Switch per household. I don't think Nintendo views... I don't think they think they need to do that to sell more Switch per household. You know, I don't think you need to, you know, take off... Okay, you're not going to sell the system for $220 without the dock for a couple of reasons. Or $210. It's a $90 dock right now on Amazon. It's $73, but a couple of reasons why I don't think this ever happens. One, the aforementioned, they view this as a home console that you can take portably. I don't think Nintendo is one to really break their ideological foundation. Two, the last thing you want is consumers buying the dockless one because it's cheaper, not realizing that there's no dock, and then creating a negative, PR spin.
Wait, how did that go when they started selling 3DS with no chargers? Like, it was fine.
I mean, fine.
Yeah.
But look, 3DS without a charger is very different than a Switch that cannot connect to the TV.
Yeah, sure.
It does serve as the charger, and you would still include the AC adapter, I'm sure, but okay. Regardless, third reason, I don't think Nintendo thinks that they need to lower the price of this in any way to sell more. They're selling like gangbusters. I think they think and know they can sell multiple Switch per household without removing the dock.
Yeah, you're probably right. They're doing so well. I'm sure the last thing on their mind right now is a price drop.
Right, and typically we do see consoles, lower in price or add value, but we don't typically see removal. It's not like we see, the Xbox is hey, you already got Xbox controllers, so let's sell you an extra Xbox without the controllers. And I know controllers are more critical than the dock, but I just don't see them piecemealing this ever, to be honest.
It happened with Kinect.
Okay, good point. But Kinect is not.
I'm just saying. I mean,
okay. All right, point, Gabe. That's a good thing to bring up. I just don't. If I had to predict, I don't think Nintendo ever sells the Switch without the dock.
I think they do at some point, just not anytime soon. Especially once whatever next console comes along and they want to keep the Switch around the way they kept the 3DS around this time. Move it to handheld only, remove the dock completely, and boom, you got yourself a successor to the 3DS. But I think we can move on.
All right, this guy this girl provided some pronunciation help for us. It's Ayoade, who has an interesting idea. Bear with the comment till the end. It's about loot boxes in Smash Bros. They say, I actually want Smash Bros. Loot boxes. Maybe not microtransactions, but hear me out. Okay, so Rocket League Competitive has seasons. Maybe if you get to a certain rank in a season of Smash Brothers, you get a certain amount of Smash tokens. You can also get Smash boxes online from winning for glory matches, similar to the loot boxes in Rocket League or Overwatch. If Nintendo wanted more revenue, they could let you buy them as well, but I don't know about that. The idea of building up Smash boxes while waiting for the next season and getting the chance to open the boxes you grinded seems so fun and could drum up so much hype. The boxes could include things like custom skins, custom taunts, custom shields. Get rid of the basic one. They could have animated textures, cool designs, could change streaming culture and bring people who like Rocket League, CSGO, and Overwatch to Smash. Now, I'm all about this game. How do you feel?
Not so good. No. I think I like the idea. I guess how comfortable is Nintendo with just like having like so many skins for each character, right? It works with Overwatch because they're constantly adding stuff, right? The amount of skins in that game is kind of ridiculous.
There's quite a few skins in Smash. I mean, they're more color skins.
Yeah, those are
still
colors.
Some that
like,
function as
these are.
There are
like,
some that function more as skins.
Okay, so then if you want to keep making the Overwatch connection here, right? Do they then do like holiday themed events where hey, you can like unlock this custom Christmas skin just for this set amount of time? Like, it's a great idea. It really is. Mm-hmm. I think that loot boxes aren't inherently evil. People use them for evil, kind of like other things. But yeah, if no real money is ever swapped, I have no problem with loot boxes. Just earn them and get your RNG and see what happens. This sounds sounds exciting. Actually,
I don't have a problem with them selling them if there's no benefit, right? If it's all cosmetic, sell them. You don't have to buy them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, but to answer your question, how I feel about this, I don't mind it. I clearly don't think this happens, but it'd be interesting.
I don't think it happens, but I don't think it's because of Nintendo not like, they don't believe in loot boxes. I just think they're too behind.
Yeah. People would be angry at loot boxes in Smash Brothers, I think. At least at first. There would be resistance.
Oh, for sure. But I don't... To me, that's not why this doesn't happen. To me, it's because I don't know that Nintendo is, like, at this point in there.
New year, new Nintendo. For now, we can move on, though. To Katie.
All right.
She says, Wow, Nintendo.
Well, quickly, I just want
Oh.
to say I really like that idea, and I'm such a fan of like skins and unlockables in games that, to me, like getting to, like he said, like grind through to get like a legendary Christmas skin for freaking Bowser. Like, please give me Santa Bowser. I'm all about that life.
Yeah, it would be
All
cool.
right, now you can move on. Thank you.
All right, Katie. Sorry that Zach interrupted you. But Katie says, wow, Nintendo, just in time for launch points to expire. Let's give a little bit of context here. This is because my Nintendo Reward, the gold coins, are coming to Switch. You're going to be able to purchase things on eShop with them. And they did make a stipulation that your points do expire after a year. So let's say right now, Zach, you go and purchase games. By February of next year, those things will expire. So since this is being announced now but released in March, every point that you got for your March games, your launch games, is going to expire right around when this launches. So that's what Katie's talking about. That's not cool. But I did want to get your take because I made the video about my Nintendo rewards. We don't have your take. What do you think?
I think it's cool. I'm glad it's finally being incorporated. I don't have my points saved, but I know a lot of people do, and that's very important to them. It's something they've waited for. Interesting to see these features kind of like be doled out one by one, slowly but surely. By the end of the year, do we have a complete Switch that offers themes, point rewards, virtual console, and online service? Maybe, maybe not, but we're getting there.
Yeah, so a little bit of, credence to the fact that, hey, when the Switch first came out, people thought it was like a beta console, and as you mentioned, so many things are being added in, and it's making the ecosystem so much better. But I don't know, it would have been cool if this was here from the get-go. And I do think it's, kind of funny that everything you got at launch probably won't be able to count towards this.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer for sure.
Yeah.
Gene Clyde talking about a Bowser game. We saw a trademark today that had nothing to do with video games, but Nintendo did put in some power to the Bowser merch machine in the form of like clothes and toys and household and all that stuff. So this is very, very relevant. How about instead of Marky's idea, which was, I believe, a Wario-Waluigi game, a Bowser standalone game where Bowser has to save Mario and Peach. It's sort of obvious that Bowser isn't a true bad guy. He has self-defeating mechanisms in all of his castle. He even plays volleyball and tennis with Mario and the people in Mushroom Kingdom. Let's do a spin where it shows off Bowser isn't such a bad guy after all. I mean, he can clearly be in some kind of platforming game. We have a bit of him in Redacted. Just change the platforms to fit Bowser's abilities. First off, great point that Bowser agrees to play sports with these people. He can't hate them that much. That's a genius observation. Second of all, I've wanted a Bowser standalone game for a long time. In Super Paper Mario, I love the Bowser sections there. In Redacted, the Bowser sections, Bowser featured in Bowser's Inside Story. I'm down for more Bowser.
Just the phrase, Bowser agrees to play sports with them is so funny to me.
It's true, dude.
He agrees. So Mario and Luigi and Peach just go like knock on his door and be like, "Hey Bowser, you want to come play?"
Mario's like, "Hey, Bowser, the tennis tournament is about to start," and he's like, "Rrr," and then he says he's not going to show up, but he does anyways. Like it's like a resentful. He's like got his like old school bag. His bag's real dirty because Bowser doesn't get out much. He has to defend the castle, so he's like trying to shop for this bag, and he can't get it in time from Amazon. So he brings like this dusty old bag and this like old racket. He's really embarrassed. Magic Koopa's like, "Dude," Kamek's like, "Dude, come on, you can make it. It's going to be fine. I promise." And he's like, "Look, I'll cast a spell." He makes the bag good as new. Bowser comes. He's got his hair's a little long. He's been, frustrated about how Odyssey ended, but he's like down to join Mario Tennis Aces to play with these guys. And Peach doesn't know because Peach is like, she's been kidnapped by Bowser so much she's starting to get like, it's endearing, right? And he's nice. Like he's not like really that bad. He's just like, "Hey, I want to hang out with you. Let me kidnap you." It's not really a violent kidnapping. It's more of like a friendly thing at this point.
No, is that how all your dates go? Like, "Hey, let me kidnap you."
Oh, please don't say that. Cut. All right, Gabe, you. This was supposed to be a making Bowser for Prez.
I was clearly joking. Shout out to Bowser's Inside Story, by the way. I mean, not on the level that you're talking about here, but I don't know. That kind of featured Bowser heavily. Let's move on to Infinity.
Wait, do you want Bowser?
Yes, I want Bowser. Obviously, I laughed at it for like...
How do you feel about Bowser in Redacted? That was great, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so more of that, please.
Infinity, which again, amazing name. Fantastic. The thing that would make me come over to the Switch version of Call of Duty would be the price point of Nintendo's online service. I'm sick and tired of spending $50 a year on PS Plus, especially when I don't really use the PS4 all that often nowadays. So, the fact that Nintendo Online is going to cost so little is now endearing, and it's something that would make some people maybe switch over from the other platforms because they're a little bit more expensive per year.
Absolutely. Quick little note from last week, the video where we talked about Call of Duty. I made mention that online is $1 a week. That's because it's $3.99 a month. If you do get the full year, it's $20, so it's even less than that. That is kind of appealing, right? Like the retail price of PlayStation Plus or Xbox is $60. This is $20, so you're saving $40. Go get a game and just play it on Switch. Now the online base is not going to be the same for Call of Duty. Clearly, the specs and the performance is not going to be the same. Clearly. But yeah, I like this, and I think Nintendo must be very aware that, hey, even though we are going to charge for online, which is going to bother some people, we're doing so in a way that still is undercutting the competition by such a large amount. Maybe it is attractive, maybe it is alluring, and if we can offer some features that we haven't had previously, maybe we can put together a pretty nice package.
Agreed. Now, there's no real confirmation that Call of Duty, the next one, which is Black Ops 4, that's the rumor. Now that has been sort of substantiated by other companies. They've said that we also hear that that's the next Call of Duty. They don't mention the Switch port,
right.
But if that does end up happening, that would be really cool. So Zach, let's say Call of Duty Black Ops 4 comes to Switch day and date. Is that where you're playing it?
Yeah, because I can take it with me, and my biggest complaint with multiplayer games is I just never find enough time to play them. I find time to play Switch games, so the fact that I can be waiting for my brother in the parking lot or at the doctor's office or in the bathtub and just get around a Call of Duty on, cod and bathe. I tried to coin this on Twitter the other day.
I saw that.
Switch and bathe? Bathe and switch?
Yeah, Call of Duty while
clean
bathing, that's not a mixture that I want, but all right.
Good points, though. Infinity and cute little logo. AZ parkour and free running. I wonder if this guy runs a group.
Yeah, Arizona Park. Yeah, why not?
Right? He says, I don't think this happens, but I was thinking that with the amazing success of games like Fortnite and PUBG, it would be amazing if Nintendo released a Splatoon 2 DLC for a Battle Royale mode. It would be so cool to have squads of 4 with 100 players covering the ground of ink, picking up new weapons, splatting every last inkling. Again, I don't foresee this ever happening, but I thought it was a cool idea. Now, I don't know exactly how you would make this work, because the idea of spreading ink is all about exposure, whereas the idea of Fortnite and PUBG is survival. So you'd have to work on the mechanics, but do you think Nintendo ever does dip their toes into the Battle Royale genre?
I'm thinking.
How do you make it work with Splatoon? Is Splatoon the game?
No. I've thought no. I don't think it ever happens, to be honest.
I feel again it is a genre and a concept that just runs sort of parallel to Nintendo's thought process, but isn't going to really converge. I mean, it makes sense in attract a lot of players. Something that appeals to a wide swath of audiences. But at the same time, look at what they produce. Look at where they place their focus and emphasis. I don't think this is what they want to do. Also, just to be blunt, they don't even have an online service yet. So getting 100 players is something that I don't think is really on their minds. It would be cool to see massive Splatoon games. Maybe it's not Battle Royale style. Maybe it's just legit Splatoon World is the Splatoon 3, and there's 100 player rounds where your squad of 4 is just literally covering this gigantic map, and everyone's working on the same same arena, but it's just huge.
Yeah. The thing that I keep going back to is Nintendo doesn't like following trends. They make an effort to not do it. And since PUBG and Fortnite are so popular, right, that I don't think that's Nintendo's MO, to be honest.
I guess this year will be telling, right? If they do try to incorporate themselves more into the mainstream with multi-platform day and dates like Call of Duty, FIFA, Madden, things of that sort, maybe we start to toss away the thought that they don't like trends.
Yeah, but that's a little wait and see game we got to continue to play. With most of what
let's play a new game, Gabe. Let's play a new game that Z Legend suggests.
Z Legend says they should make Paper Mario for Nintendo Labo. Such a perfect fit.
It is. And Paper Mario is always utilizing new, unique ideas, sometimes, and lately, more often than not, for the worse. The weird sticker star and the cards in Paper Mario Color Splash.
Yeah.
But the writing is still there. The idea is still there. The potential is still there. So if you could like sell me a little freaking cardboard Mario, come on.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
I'm in. I think Labo's success will determine whether or not mainline Nintendo characters ever see the light of day. I wish it would happen. My better judgment says it's not gonna, but I wish it would, because this is such a good idea, Z. This is such a good idea. Manatee Milk thinks that we had a good idea. Great name. I really liked this What's on My Switch video. You should do more videos in this style. And Gabe, I wanted to give you a little multiple choice here. Do you think Manatee Milk is referring to A, like on-camera videos, B, using the Switch in the real world, not just recording the screen, C, wants more videos with my hands in it, or D, more videos talking about what we're playing and what we personally are enjoying on Switch?
You gave me a lot of options.
Mm-hmm. It's only 4.
It's too many. I don't know that we can surely rule out is just the one with your hands, right? We're taking this seriously.
I mean, maybe there's some people that love hands. I got very soft hands, Gabe.
We've had the discussion, but I do think mine are softer.
No way.
We've touched each other's hands. Mine are definitely softer. I don't know if he means on camera video. Like we're doing that, right? This is a comment that gets left an awful lot on camera videos when we do them. Like we've been doing at least 1 or 2 a week as of late, and people always say you like them. So if that's what you guys mean, then we're trying to serve you that. If you mean more videos with hands, that's all on Zach. Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you think he means? I don't know.
I think he means more on camera, more like in the wild videos, like Switch in the Wild, dude. New series, Switch in the Wild. Go find Switches in the wild and film the people playing them.
Great.
Is that allowed? Is that legal?
Probably. Derp.
All right.
MP3. I love how he's a song. Says all I want is zombies mode on the go. Then I'll be a happy camper. Referring to Call of Duty once again. Zombies mode, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect fit. It's a wonderful fit. I think the thought process here is, what if instead of doing mainline Call of Duty, Activision says, hey, we want to put the property on the platform, but we're going to do it in a local multiplayer-focused way with Zombies mode. You're not getting main Call of Duty. You're getting Zombies Collection. Are we cool with that?
No. I local Zombies that's like 4-player split screen? No, I don't want that. I want no part to that.
I think it is a subtle jab at the Switch that it can't handle and shouldn't handle and doesn't need and doesn't attract the players that want to play mainline Call of Duty. So as much as I would love this, I am pushing 100% for day-and-date multi-platform releases on Switch. I want parity with PS4 and Xbox, not in graphics or performance even, but in releases, at least to some extent. So I say yes, get rid of the zombies. We'll get some sort of zombies in the game anyways. So the collection would be great, but I don't want this system to seem like it's a Me Too or a shovelware or a, hey, the funsy modes from other games get put here, but not the real game. I think that is detrimental as heck to Nintendo, especially once it hits critical mass with Nintendo fans, and it needs to expand beyond the faithful, right? You're going to convince Xbox gamers and PlayStation gamers to buy the Switch. It's not going to be with half versions of games and with sort of cookie-cutter things that fit the... Like, I don't think that's the way to go at all.
Yeah, and again, I don't think split-screen 4-player on one Switch is the way to do it either. That does not sound like a good experience whatsoever.
Yeah. No. All right. William Morrison has a nasty avatar, so I tried to
Zach?
Scrub it out in yellow.
Guys. Before Zach, stop. He went and he defaced a beautiful little icon of my man Aaron Rodgers. Why, Zach? This was uncalled for, and honestly, gross. You shouldn't have done this. I disapprove.
Well, I'm going to go to timeout now, so Gabe, I'm going to let you read the comment.
He says, I missed the trilogy the first time around. This would save me from scalpers to buy the GameCube games. Referring to Metroid Prime. You stay on timeout. You do not talk about this. Stay there. All right, so let's talk about Metroid Prime trilogy. It came to Wii, and there are a little bit of rumors that maybe that's what Bandai is working on. as far as a shooter for Switch exclusive. I think that this would be really, really good. And like William here says, also go Pat Go. Perfect opportunity to play it if you've never done it on the Nintendo Switch. You can take it with you anywhere you go and use some of the gyro aiming, hopefully. So, yeah, great idea. Zach, you're done with timeout. Never do it again, but what do you have to say?
Okay, I'm sorry. Gabe, I'll bake you a hot dog.
Yeah, bake me
wrapped in a cookie.
Sure.
Just say I'm sorry.
All right.
I want the trilogy, 100%. But I don't want them close together, because if the trilogy comes out, like, say, in August, and then Metroid Prime 4 is this year, I will skip the trilogy, because I can't handle that much Metroid Prime. If the trilogy comes out this year, Metroid Prime is next fall, coolio. If Metroid Prime 4 comes out first and then the trilogy, I still don't want it. So I only want it if it's before Metroid Prime 4 with a big enough gap that I will not feel overloaded by Metroids. The last thing I want is to sully MP4 with too much Samus Aran. Some people say you never get too much Samus. I'm going to say you can get too much Samus. That metal is going to get rusty. That metal is going to get heavy. It's going to get sweaty. And I definitely don't want sweaty, heavy, rusty metal all over my Switch.
Okay.
All right, now we're all out of order, so I'm going to take this one from Lucas Alpiste, who says, no port should cost $60. Every port is already overpriced if it costs $60. Boom, laying the gauntlet down.
Well, he's wrong.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I mean, a day and date port is still a port. Why should Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 cost less than $60 when it's $60 on every other platform? That is still a port.
No. That's not what he's talking about.
I know. I'm just saying, the way he phrases it, if we're doing Ron Burgundy here, if that's what we're doing, what he says is just wrong.
But that's not what he's saying. Let's address what he means, dude.
Okay, so we're gonna address what he means, not what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so no old port, I guess is what he's saying.
He's talking about like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Hyrule Warrior. I guess those are dicey because they're definitives. But that is what he's mostly referring, or Doom, or Skyrim, not.
Well, that's not what he says.
FIFA. That is what. But Gabe, port. Your definition and interpretation of port, like I get the dictionary definition of port, and you are right there. But you like the thought of port here, when in all of our conversations and when discussing with Switch, is absolutely talking about taking an old game and porting it to the Switch, not a multi-platform release.
Okay, all right, sure. Let's go with that. Then I 100% agree with you, Lucas. Sure. If that's exclusively what we're talking about. Honestly, that's not where my mind went. I read it and I thought that's what he meant. So
okay.
That was my mistake. Yeah.
So given that, how you feel?
Yeah, I just said I agree with him.
How do you feel about Nintendo throwing all of their ports at $60?
Well, Nintendo doesn't lower their price on games generally, right?
Even if it's from a different console.
Some of the blame has to go around the publishers as well. Nintendo has no choice. I mean, I guess they have some say, but I think Bethesda selling Skyrim for $60 and Doom for $60, that was all Bethesda. I don't think Nintendo really dictated anything there. So third party's third party. Nintendo, they sold you 1-2 Switch for $60, dude. So I think that's what they're going to try to sell you most things at, really. Unless it's like something really small, like Snipper Clips.
Yeah.
Also, games are too cheap. Which I've come around, by the way, on that. You said that once a long time ago, and I said no.
Oh, man. You want to know a fun fact from my past? I made a video at PAX East one year, and I was sitting in my hotel room, and I was like, I'm going to make a video about how I think the price of games should go up. Whew. It's the only video I've ever deleted off my channel because the reception was so bad.
Yeah, no, people don't want to hear that, but facts are facts. Like, game development costs more than it's ever cost, and
inflation alone, games are cheaper than they've ever been. This is like the Lux era of gaming. For the gamer, not for the developer, the publisher. We can get games for $60, we can get games for $30, for $20, for $10, and that price point is infinitely cheaper than it was when games were $60 a decade ago.
Regardless. Okay, God, we're going to get so much hate for that. All right, but yeah, I agree with you.
I will say I'm happy that they are what they are. I'm not going to complain, but they could rate... Here, think of it this way. they could justify a price increase. I'm not saying I want a price increase. I'm not saying they should do a price increase. I'm saying they would be justified in making that increase if they wanted to. I don't think it happens anytime soon, so nobody needs to get, their freaking Joy-Con in a jumble, all right?
All right, let's bring us home, though. Orlando Alonso Avalos, that's a Spanish name, says, Odyssey is the perfect game for DLC. I love to get new worlds to travel to. There's endless possibilities of what they could create. They can continue the story and take us to meet old Mario characters. I want to visit Donkey Kong. I want to play through Luigi's Mansion level. A Mario Party world could be amazing. Also, can the next Mario Kart add a story-driven open world mode? Even something like a buddy cop movie with Mario and Luigi as partners. All old characters from previous Mario games have an appearance of some form, with a lot of villains returning, and a lot of brand new characters, good and bad. And it's story-driven, but it's open world, so there's a lot to do and a lot of characters to run into and exploring the world. A guy can dream, right? This is a dream, but this is a great dream, and that's why I picked the comment. I thought this just sounds so cool. Remember Need for Speed: The Run? Nobody liked that game. I kind of liked that game, like the story mode of that game.
Right.
Yeah, but open world Mario Kart. What do you think about that?
Sorry to burst both of your bubbles,
Yeah,
but I'm going to say no.
Oh, okay.
Not because it's not going to happen. I don't like that. I like Mario Kart being hey, I can get in and do a race and experience an awesome track. I don't want to have to wander around to try and find my course, because inevitably, look, let's just be real. Games of that nature have a lot of cool features and a lot of cool benefits, and things about them are very exciting, but the track design is inevitably suffers. It inevitably suffers, right? It just does. It has to. And I don't want that for my Mario Kart. To touch on his first point about Odyssey DLC, I absolutely think it would be great, especially given the kingdoms. It's just ripe for visiting any kingdom. He mentions DK or Luigi's Mansion. Do it. I am now of the belief that Nintendo is saving Mario Odyssey DLC for E3.
That late?
I mean, Champion's Ballad came out 9 months after.
Yeah, but that wasn't. But it was announced before, right? Because all right, so sure, Mario DLC announced at E3. So then, when is it out?
That week. Maybe they do something really cool in that.
Sounds like your bubbles are going to burst too, not just me and Orlando.
Nah.
I mean, cool ideas all around. Right? Yeah, cool ideas all around. Yeah.
That is going to do it for our show. Very, very, very good show. A lot of very good comments and a lot of very interesting takes, insight, and more. Thank you so much for all of your feedback, all of your fun, all of your friendship. Trent, we're your friend. We'll play Switch with you. And we will look forward to more of your friendly interactions in the comments down below. Keep them coming as we move to Comment Force 49. Keep them coming as we move to Comment Force 50. Keep them coming as we move to Comment Force 500 because of the 10-year life cycle of Switch. In the meantime, though, thanks so much for watching. Before we get out of here, Gabe, as we do every week, it's time. Life advice.
All right. Let's talk about distractions, Zachary, and how they can be so great and so bad at the exact same time, right? Some of us, get distracted by things because we don't want to think about something, or sometimes we're just so bored we got to find ways to distract ourselves. Be careful with that double-edged sword. Don't let one side kind of get you, right? Because, like I said, video games, they're a fun distraction. We all play them. But you still got to focus on what's important, and don't just live life wasting it all away just because there's so much time. I do that a whole lot. I waste my time doing a lot of things I probably shouldn't do, but then I say, I just got to distract myself. So just be careful with that.
My life advice for the week is going to revolve around grabbing your own life by the horns and wrangling it to the floor. It's easy to get overwhelmed, and it's totally fair to get overwhelmed. There's nothing wrong and no shame about having problems or having things come up or having obstacles. But at the end of the day, you are the master and commander of your ship, and your ship doesn't go down unless you say it goes down. And at the same time, your ship only sails if you sail it. No one's going to do it for you unless you're maybe 7 years old. But beyond that, sail your own ship, grab your life, and realize that regardless of what's going on, yes, deal with it, feel the emotions, be frustrated, be sad, whatever you may need to go through. But also, your days do not get better until you decide they get better. And I'm sure there's some fringe exceptions to that rule, so not trying to say that's for everyone, but in general, lead your life down the path you want it to go down. And if you want to make it a great day, it's up to you. Nobody's going to make it for you. But you know what's good about Comment Force, Gabe? They make the comments for us. That's why it's so darn fun, and we get to read them and enjoy them together. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic week. Bayonetta 2 will be on Switch before our next show. So if Gabe is breathing heavily and hyperventilating from excitement and also lust,
what?
We'll let you know.
Why?
Next episode. Until that time, though, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Fantastic day. We love you. We love you. For myself and Gabe, Switch Force out.